Hi there, Aries. It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I am doing a 2019 overview, and my intention was to do pull some cards for love, pull some cards for career, and pull some spiritual cards. And it's sort of been working out that way, but sort of not. So I'm just going to kind of let the cards come and see what happens and not get too hung up on structure. So right off, but I am starting, my intentions is in love category. Ooh, nice. This King of Wands has been coming out. For me, the marriage card right at the bottom. So some of you may be feeling like you're ready for marriage this year. Some of you may be getting married this year, but this is also just some sort of some of you maybe some of you are really feeling like, is it ever going to happen for me? Am I ever going to find that person? Um, it's like maybe you're at a point in your life where a lot of your other friends have gotten married. Don't worry, pretty soon they'll all start getting divorced. Okay, that was really negative. But there's like this, I'm 47. There's like this phase where everyone gets married. And I was like the late one. And then I like got married and divorced like right away. So I just waited and did everything right at one time. But it's like all your friends are getting married. Like literally every summer is just every other weekend you're going to a wedding. It's costly if people live all over the place or want destination weddings or whatever. I think you should get together with all your friends and make a pact that no one has to buy you a gift. Just if you can make it to the wedding, that's it. Call it good. Because none of us, I don't know about you guys. I still don't have any money. But so maybe you're just like, kind of like, man, feeling a little bit like I'm never going to meet with someone. If you have met someone, if you have someone in your life, it's this year it will, um, you'll reach a new milestone. So whatever that looks like for you, because nowadays anything goes. So maybe that's moving in together becoming exclusive, moving in together, some sort of like understanding that brings your relationship to a new level. Maybe you'll have kids. I mean, people don't even get married now. They have kids. Whatever works for you. Like, um, that's whatever you defined as bringing a relationship to the next level. I see that. For those of you that are single and maybe discouraged, I wouldn't be too discouraged because we do have the Lovers and this King of Wands. So don't get hung up on gender either. This is passion, first of all. Someone who inspires you, who's active. Like this type of person, like if you've been sort of, even if it's metaphorically, feeling like you've been sitting around waiting, like you're not going to feel like you're sitting around waiting anymore. So I feel like that is going to be the key to meeting this person. So right off we have the Fool. It's like, get up, get out, move. Be vulnerable, do something that scares you. Not something stupid, doesn't have to be something stupid, but something that scares you. Do something by yourself. Try, like if you've always wanted to do something, like take a class, do it. Do a meetup group. Get out there. It's time to get out there. You can't meet someone if you're sort of in your shell and like maybe you go out and do things you're like, I never meet anyone, but you're just putting off a vibe because you're scared. It's okay to have boundaries. In fact, Matthew Hussey has a great website, even for male or men or women, you can learn a lot from him. Just you're like, yeah, that's right. When you hear him, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. This is about, so he talks a lot about being a quality person. And if you don't have standards and self-respect and boundaries, essentially, We can be afraid to set boundaries with new people because we're like, oh, we're gonna push them away. But there's a way, and if you respect yourself as a quality person, other people will see you as a quality person. So this is being able to say no and without getting defensive or over explaining yourself. Just matter of factly, like, no, I don't. I like not feeling. Maybe it's so okay. So instead of just actually verbalizing things, it's more like not feeling guilty or that you have to conform or please someone in order to get them to like you. But just, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that. You may surprisingly, though, meet someone that's more traditional. You could meet them, they could be like more of a corporate person, someone that works at a big company. Um, but I feel like even though I was just saying, oh, whatever your style is, nowadays it doesn't, you don't have to follow some traditional path with someone. I feel like you're totally going to follow a traditional path. So if someone said they weren't so someone you thought would never get married, or it's like, oh, I'm not the married, like the George Clooney of your group, all of a sudden is going to get married and have kids. You know what I mean? If you're the George Clooney of your group, you're just going to meet someone and it's just going to be like, whoa, what the hell? I knew nothing. I didn't know. I was Jon Snow. I knew nothing. And now that I met this person, I get it. And I just couldn't get it before because I hadn't met that right person. So someone who is a serial bachelor or bachelorette that, really had their own life, really comfortable and was very sort of set in their ways, not negatively, but, just was like maybe have their own house. They just very established, and you felt like they were always going to be established. Oh yeah, all bets are off. They're all of a sudden like totally in love and willing to like change up their whole life for this person because it's just right. Like the passion, they're inspired. It's going to be funny because if this is you, your friends are going to give you a lot of crap about it because they're going to be like, wow, look at how you're changed. But you could meet someone that you're just going to like, if you meet that, okay, listen, don't think you're going to change a serial bachelor. I don't know if that's the right word. Someone that's like a lifetime bachelor. And if they tell you, no, I'm a lifelong bachelor, this will not go anywhere. Believe them. But if you, like, you're not going to have to change them. It's just going to happen. So if that makes sense. And this is marriage, lifetime commitment, the whole nine yards, kids, if you're at that age, whatever, like, this is the real deal. And you can really so I'm reading for Aries. This is Aries. You can really be yourself. You have shared passions. It's like you have the same energy level. Like you match each other really well. Yeah. Okay. Nice. So I'm going to move on to career. The Hanged Man. What's this? What are these two? Oh, okay. So, that's Justice. That's so weird. For some reason, I thought that was the Emperor when I looked at the picture. Okay, this has been coming up for people. So, the Justice card. I feel like some of you have just felt trapped in a career. You've just like, I make a certain amount of money. I've worked my way up. I've been doing this for so long. If I were to go for another job, I would have to start completely from scratch. But what I kind of feel like is like there's another career opportunity within your career that is going to be more creative for you, that is going to be more in line, like it's going to feel more natural to you, um, that you could apply for. So definitely apply for management. This could absolutely be a year where you really um, go up in. We have the three of Pentacles. So this is often about, first of all, people really realizing the value of your work. I mean, if, like, say you're an artist, this is people finding your art critically acclaimed. In the job, this is, to me, is a job about becoming a manager, becoming management, the different levels within a place of business. You need the people actually doing the work, the managers, the leaders, the people that do the finances, the people that whatever. There's all sorts of different ones. So I feel like with you could become like compliance or audit or a trainer, mediation, HR. Like there are other opportunities where you are that really, where you can really use your skills and what comes naturally to you that you like to do. Yeah, it's almost like you're going to be able to, like, if you look at your job and you say, oh, if I could just pick out the things I really like to do, that doesn't feel like if I say you have like a list of 10 things to do, and there's always one you're going to do first because it's like, oh, I can do this. It doesn't feel like work. I can easily get it out of the way. I like to do it. Like, you're going to be able to tailor your job to be basically that, which is so cool. I wish I could do that. Maybe I can. But for some of you, you may leave completely and do something. This has come up for a couple signs. Like, organic keeps coming up. So for me, organic can be doing something that comes naturally, like letting something evolve organically. But it can also be something with the earth, something with sustainability, organic. So you may work somewhere, even if you're not like a farmer, you could work somewhere that values these types of, like, incorporating into the company you're working. Maybe you work for a software company, but you want to bring in organic, sustainable, local foods into the cafeteria. You want to be environmentally conscientious, and you have a way of, wherever you are, bringing that some sort of creativity. Maybe you'll be the yoga person that comes in and starts teaching yoga at lunch, and somehow it turns into a career. You can be the wellness officer. I don't know, something like that, though, that allows your career to gravitate. If you don't have a completely new career, that gravitates to something that's really tailor-made for your specific skills and what you love to do. So here's some overall spiritual lessons, which I think we kind of just talked about. Ace of Swords. Keep it simple. Keep it. Yeah, transformative year. Really looking at the big picture. We have this Three of Wands, and this is sort of zooming out, because sometimes when we can get trapped into thinking, trapped into seeing our life like, this is what my life is. My life is get up, go to work, come home, make dinner, watch an hour of TV, go to bed, get up. It can just be like we kind of lost our mojo or lost our spark for life, and sort of accepting, like, this is the way, we start to think this is the way it's always been and the way it's always going to be. But the Three of Wands lets you zoom out and say, well, first of all, this isn't how it's always been, because if I look back 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and things like that, and this doesn't have to be where I'm going. I can do all sorts of things. Look at how much changes over the years, and really reassessing and figuring out where you want to go. I think you really you want to be simplistic, organic. You want to cut out as much noise as possible. You want to travel. You want to start something new. So some of you really do want new career, new relationship, new, like something new. You need a new phase. Like this is going to be transforming into a new phase of life. So coming out of 2019 could look very different. 2019, where you are at the end of 2019, you may be very different than what it looked like coming into 2019. There may be some part of your life that's like your career may be completely different. Your relationship could be completely different. Where you live could be completely different. And it's like once you decide on this simplicity, this idea, this thought, things happen very quickly. So you may be like, I'm moving. And it like within a month, you're moving. Like you've found a place, you found a job, you found whatever, and people may be like, what the hell? But you realize, oh, you have the hanged man again under here. You realize hanging around and just doing the same thing that's not life. You need to live. You need inspiration. Like here's that mojo. A fire's lit under you and you're like, it's time to move on. It's time to move forward. It's time to have the life I want. I've somehow gotten the doldrums and it's time to mix it up and to stoke that fire and get going again. Okay. And if anyone can do it, Aries, you're a cardinal sign. So if you need to start something new, people just better watch out. But you're going to be like, wow, look at how far I've come in a year. It's going to be pretty cool. All right. So good. Yours is short. Everyone else, I've been trying to make these relatively short. So have a fantastic year. I'll see you at the next video. Bye.